Good day, everyone. I hope we are doing very great. My name is David, and I'm back here today with another thought which I want to share with you guys. So, today I'll be speaking on something that is very important, and this is a topic of something that it actually touch everyone. So I have actually titled it Prosperity and Lack Are Both Affliction. Yes. Usually the land is always green on the other side if you are not there. And that is just what today's topic actually try to depict, right? So most people always think that poverty is the problem, right? And they feel like prosperity is the ultimate solution to everything. But I'm saying today, maybe you've not heard it before, that both are actually dangerous. Yes. Prosperity and lack are both affliction, and that is what I'm trying to discuss today. One starves the body, and the other actually starves the soul, and that is just the way it is. So let me pick it this way. When you lack, when you don't have something, right? People are usually trapped. It's not just about only your pocket that will suffer. The person's dignity, the person's voice, the person's dream, everything would suffer. Such kind of person would even compromise, right? And lack can make people to do all sorts of things. In all honesty, lack is very, very terrible and dangerous. Lack will make a wise man beg. Lack would actually silence the truth, and that is what is actually happening if you look around, especially in country like us. Lack has made so many people to go into so many things that are unheard of. Have you ever watched someone that maybe on a very good day would not do a certain thing, but because they lack, because there is something they want to do, they would start doing what they are not supposed to do? Lack would make you to say yes to people or something that you would not even do on a very good day, but simply because you cannot afford some certain kind of things, you say yes to them. Lack will bend your will. Lack will eat your self-worth. Right? Lack, it will actually create some kind of survival thinking, which will actually reduce the kind and the quality of your life. Yes. In all honesty and sincerity, lack is an affliction, but prosperity can be an affliction as well, which is the basis of my discussion today. When prosperity enter without wisdom, right, it brings its own chains. Prosperity has a way of blinding people, and it's really kind of give you some, I don't want to call it false feeling, but it's kind of false. It can inflate your ego, right? It can build up your pride, It can make you feel untouchable and you feel like, oh, nobody is like you. You can misbehave anyhow you like. The other time, I think it was in the news that someone was saying you can even go and call your IG. IG cannot do anything. That is what prosperity can cause. Prosperity can create some loud noise, right? That even you can no longer hear yourself. You can no longer hear what your soul or your spirit is telling you. It can make people addicted to maintaining their image, their power, their status. They are just trying to maintain that level. They don't want to come down, right? You keep thinking how to be always there. Yeah, it's always a burden on itself. And here is the truth. No one like to say out, right? Prosperity can enslave just as much as poverty can. The only thing is with a more expensive kind of chain. Yeah. And Bible also says something concerning prosperity. In Proverbs chapter 30, verse 8 to 9, the writer pray a very strange prayer, a very strange one. It says, "Give me neither poverty nor riches. Give me only my daily bread. Otherwise, I may have too much and disown you, or I may become too poor and steal." And that is what proverb is saying. When you become too big in yourself, most people try to forget God. But when you are very, very poor, in fact, you become more disgrace to the God that you profess to serve. And lately now, most of our pastors has actually made poverty to be synonymous with not believing God or not being a Christian. They make it look like prosperity is synonymous to serving God. Although that is a discussion for another day, but it's just like just try to say it as a statement, right? So even for so many years ago, people already understood that both to the extreme side is dangerous. And what do I mean? If you are too rich, you become too big for yourself. And if you are too poor, you become a disgrace for your family. And that is just what even people of the old, they have seen it that way, right? Lack can actually push a man to break his integrity, which is something very, very disheartening. And on the other side, prosperity can make someone to forget who they are and where they are coming from. Jesus also says something which is kind of profound. He said, "The worth of a man does not consist in abundance of what he possesses." So, if the worth of a man is not in abundance of what he possesses, then definitely it's not going to be what he does not have. So that is just Jesus' own perspective. And Jesus also say, or maybe in the book of Mark this time around, when Mark is talking about saying that, "What shall it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul?" So prosperity without grounding, or prosperity without God, prosperity without putting yourself under control is a fancy prison. And that is the main point of this my discussion. So let's think about this. Why a man struggling financially might spend maybe every hour of their day trying to think, okay, how will I feel my family? How will I do this? How will I do that? That in itself is a pain. On the other hand, a man at the peak of wealth will lie down, will not be able to sleep, be thinking all night. Who will I trust? Maybe at the end of the day, you might also be thinking, okay, this my great abundance of wealth, who will I transfer it to? If I'm no longer available, maybe if I died, will they be able to manage this, my wealth? Will they be able to manage this thing that I have labored for a very long time? It's also important. Both are restless. Both are unsettled. Both are in trouble, but in a different way. But whichever way, both are what? Are afflicted. So, here is the balance. True freedom is not in chasing riches, neither is it in suffering. It is in learning how to master both states. Just as Paul would say, he say, I have learned to be all things and at all time to be content in everything, and which is what most of us, or maybe in the Bible context, where we say, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Most of the time when we quote that verse of the scripture where Paul says that, saying that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, we feel like, okay, I can do anything I can do. I can break mountain, I can break the world, I can do this. But if you go to the upper verse, you will understand fully what Paul is saying in that part. He's saying that I've learned to be rich, I've learned to be poor, I've learned to struggle, I've learned to enjoy, which means Paul is saying that he has been able to balance all those things. And that is why he now concludes that I can do all things. Call it in poverty, call it in riches, call it in whatever. That is what Paul is referring to in that verse, which actually comes with what? With mastery. It comes with what? With mastery. The wise is not always if I maybe remember the Ecclesiastes, which is talking about the race is not to the swift. The race is not to the swift. Which actually discuss about that. So, in everything we do, should bear this in mind, that mastery is the most important thing. And let me say this why I close for today, because I really don't want the discussion today to be very long. So, if you are in any season, right? Maybe you're in a season of lack. Know this, that it is not meant to define you. it is only a season for you to be refined. And if you are already in a season of prosperity, remember that it is not a drone, it is actually a test. So both of you are in a particular phase, and you are meant to handle that phase with care, with knowledge, with wisdom. If you fail, you're going to destroy yourself, because both prosperity and lack are affliction if you let them own your soul. But if you master them, they both become your teacher. Right? I would like to say that again. Prosperity and lack are both affliction if you let them own your soul. But if you learn to master them, both become your teacher. So that is just what I want to, the thought I want to share with us for today. If you feel this message has speak to you, or you have gained one or two wisdom from it, I encourage you to share with people that you feel would benefit from it and will learn one or two things from it. And as I will always say, remember to subscribe if you are yet to subscribe. And if you are coming here for the first time, welcome. Please do well to subscribe. And until I come your way some other time again, have a wonderful day and have a nice weekend. Bye bye.